Hey everybody, Glendale Mike out here at State Farm Stadium. I am in Classroom Crusher for Monster Jam and it is go time. We're gonna talk to Cam Murphy. He's the driver of this truck. This is a brand new truck that's only been around for a short while. It started in San Diego in January and this is its first time in Glendale. I'm sure it's going to be a fan favorite. Cam, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
We're gonna come around the back and meet up with the camera over here and talk for a minute about this truck. So tell me, you've been driving for about 8 years for Monster Jam?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I started out driving a truck called Pirate's Curse, then transitioned to a truck called Bakugan Dragonoid and drove that for a vast majority of my career. I've been here to Glendale many times with that truck, and now is the first time for old Classroom Crusher here.
Great, let's take a look at Classroom Crusher. You've got some like monsters in the window. I'm sure the kids love these graphics when they see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the coolest part is these are actually the characters for 8 of these Monster Jam trucks. So there's 4 on this side, 4 on the other side. So you're looking at Megalodon, Sparkle Splash, Zombie, Thunderosaurus. So super cool. And honestly, one of the other coolest parts about this truck is two things. It's the go sign, because we're not stopping in Classroom Crusher. And then on the back, there's actually a chalkboard. So during the pit party, you have the opportunity to come out. We see the trucks, see the drivers, we're signing autographs, taking pictures, stuff like that. We also get to sign my truck and go for a ride with me.
Wow, it's super cool. So tell me about what it's like being a Monster Jam driver. It's got to be insane.
Yeah, it is. Actually, my racing career really started on the asphalt ovals, and I started racing in NASCAR in 2014. And I've been racing part-time ever since, but the thing is that, there you're driving 200 miles an hour. Here you're jumping 30, 40, 50 feet in the air. So driving one of these Monster Jam trucks is like a roller coaster, but times 10. I mean, you got 1,500 horsepower, 12,000 pounds, these 66-inch tall VKT tires. I mean, they're taller than me, and we're getting to do all sorts of wild and crazy stuff with them. So it's an absolute blast.
Yeah, it's insane. Even just like standing here and looking at this thing, it's monstrous. That's why they call it Monster Jam, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's, we have 3 different competitions every weekend too. We go into Monster Jam racing head to head against another competitor out there in the track. And then you go into what's called the skills competition. That's almost kind of like the best trick, where you're going out there and try to do the best possible trick you possibly can, whether that's balancing these 12,000 pound trucks in the front 2 tires, the side 2 tires, whatever trick or combination you come up with, the fans get the judge on that too. That's one of the special parts about Monster Jam, is that the fans get to get involved and be a part of the overall event, essentially. And then we move into everybody's favorite, Monster Jam Freestyle. That's where you're seeing all these wild moments, these crazy and absolutely wild moments where we're jumping 30, 40, 50 feet in the air, doing backflips, getting wild and crazy.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the fans, because I think Monster Jam is probably the most fan-friendly entertainment that you can find. Like the pit party, they get up close and personal with you. What's that like for you interacting with them? And what do you see from the kids that come up and even the adults that come up and get to meet their heroes?
Well, I think the coolest part is, I'm just a big kid myself, and I'm a fan myself. So growing up, I used to go to Monster Jam and I used to see some of these drivers that I'm competing against today. And there were moments that, I got that one high five from Jim Kohler back in the day in the early 2000s, and that stuck with me forever, So my goal is to be able to create a lasting memory as well. So that's the best part about Monster Jam is the pit party. We have the most access, the most accessible drivers and trucks and everything, and there's so many other activities to do in the pit party, but we have all 12 of these trucks out here, all 12 of us drivers, and we're just creating memories that last a lifetime. That's my goal here at Monster Jam, not just on the track, but off the track too. So pit parties are super special and very important to Monster Jam, and it's unlike any other sport out there.
Let's talk about Glendale itself. What's the track like for you? What's it like for you being here in Glendale?
Man, usually the dirt typically speaking, the dirt ends up being kind of a little bit slick, kind of like crumbly and stuff like that. But we got a really unique track configuration out here. This is something that we're working on having for next year. Actually, I think I'm going to be having this track next year. So a little bit complicated, a little extra turns. We've got a berm in here as well. Big jumps in the middle, but 2 big jumps in the middle, excuse me. But it's fun, man. I love coming here to State Farm Stadium. I mean, this place is an absolute blast. Every single time I come here, I have some pretty good luck. So I'm hoping I get some good luck here this weekend too. And these fans are always rowdy, they're always wild, and just can't wait to get things started.
So again, Monster Jam this Saturday. Cam Murphy, thank you for joining us. Classroom Crusher, it's a beautiful truck.
I appreciate it, but I promise you one thing, it won't look this beautiful by the end of the night.
All right, and now joining us is Bryce Kenny. He is the driver of the Tech Deck Rec Deck, and this is the other new truck that's in the show.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what this is.
Well, it's so cool because I want to say about 20, 25 years ago, we all remember how big all the fingerboards were, the little finger skateboards. They've had this massive resurgence the last several years, and Tech Deck is one of our big partners. They said, hey, we want to create a Monster Jam truck, but it has to look like a skateboard. And this is what Monster Jam created, and I love it. I think the skin on the bottom, the grip tape on the top, it's so cool, and it takes me straight back to my childhood days of playing with those fingerboards.
Were you ever a skater?
Well, I can't say I was very good. Now, I had 3 brothers, so it was required for us to go out there and play around on anything that had wheels on it. So yes, but I would stop short of calling me a good one.
Much better in this big old skateboard here, right?
So yeah, I've already done more grind rails with this truck, a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, when we debuted it in July than I ever did on a real skateboard.
All right, let's talk about coming to Glendale, because what's it like for you? You said this is one of the biggest biggest stadiums you play in?
Yeah, it's huge. The floor is massive. We love that. As drivers, we can come out here and really get as much air and tons of momentum and speed on the dirt because we have a ton of room to play. So yeah, this is my favorite stadium and probably favorite city to come visit as well.
Awesome. For people who have never been in a monster truck, and that's most of us, right? What's it like when you guys go high up in the air, or 40, 50 feet up in the air? What is that like?
Well, when I first started my career 10 years ago, I would jump something and I'd think, oh man, I hope this works out, right? But now I've gotten to the point in my career where I know how to kind of control the truck with the big tires. The BKT tires weigh 600 pounds a piece. So whenever we make that jump, sometimes we can control the pitch of the truck just with giving it more throttle, speeding up the tires, the tire speed a little bit, maybe hitting the brakes to slow that down, bring the nose down. So we do things that people normally do on dirt bikes. We do with 12,000-pound Monster Jam trucks, but it's so cool. But my favorite feeling are when we do backflips. I mean, imagine being upside down in a truck like this, about 20, 25 feet in the air, and hoping you're feeling the truck continuing to rotate, and your whole goal right there, your brain goes into that fight or flight mode, and you're just saying to yourself, make sure you land this thing on all 4 tires. It's so much fun.
You do a kickflip?
Yeah, we gotta get some kick flips, maybe some nollies, a little nose up there. Yeah, we'll work it out.
Hey, what's it like for you? This is one of the most fan-friendly sports there is, you know, with the pit parties and all that. What's it like for you to be able to interact with the fans?
Oh, it's so important. I mean, I'm married with 3 kids, so I'm a dad at heart and first and foremost. So I love going to make memories with my kids any chance I get. And the fact that we get to do that with families here at Monster Jam are so critical, because we just love the fact we get to do autographs and meet kids and meet the families and just inspire the next generation. I really believe that's what we're doing out here. And so for families to put the tablets down and get out from behind the screens, come out here to Monster Jam to make real life memories, that's what this is all about. And that's why Monster Jam is truly as big as it gets.
All right, it's happening this Saturday at State Farm Stadium. Bryce, thank you for joining us. Good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you so much.